okay, Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Beyond a title that doesn't really make any sense, this was a film based off of, I want to say it's a novel series that George Lucas has said was the reason why he made Star Wars, if I'm remembering this correctly. The film is visually very beautiful. The aliens look incredibly unique and very intricate. Whether it's the pearls with their weird. I'm trying to think of it. It's kind of like a pangolin that produces other pearls. That's really interesting. And they do a good job explaining them throughout the film. And all the other very intricate looking creatures. And, going to a marketplace in a different dimension that requires you to wear like a VR goggle set and like Minority Report gloves to do stuff was interesting. There's a lot of really cool things that happen in this film. Then your male and female leads, who are supposed to kind of be dating, have a kind of cold distance between them that does not work at all for this. And the sad thing is, the male lead, I know him as the Green Goblin from Amazing Spider-Man, he's also really good in Chronicle, is channeling a Keanu Reeves, so it's Keanu Reeves' Point Break space adventure, with the model who then played the Enchantress in Suicide Squad. She's been in other films too. And they don't click at all, which is sad, because this film is really beautiful to look at. I liked the part that Rihanna played, and the whole sequence they did there. I thought that was done really well. There's some really beautiful things in this film. I got up an hour into it and I kind of went, this is really great to look at. And it feels like there's a lot more that needs to be explained that's not being explained. And at about 2 hours, it does a good enough job explaining things that felt like there needed to be more context for. I can understand why it was a really big budget film that will probably get a good cult following to it, but didn't make any money in the box office, because it just seemed bizarre. Not quite like Fifth Element bizarre, where you're like, this is an amazing film, just really weird. This is a film that's really pretty, that's got some solid acting, but your leads just don't seem to carry it well enough. You can see it for free on Amazon Prime. If you have 2 hours, it's worth watching just because of how visually beautiful the film is.